So I'm wearing my Buddy the Elf shirt. Who doesn't love the movie Elf? That is my favorite Christmas movie ever. Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Simon. I broke up with fear, shame, and guilt in 2019. I'm still going strong and I am the change. So I was telling you last week about emotional affairs, and actually I got a lot of clicks on my video for emotional affairs, and apparently a lot of people can relate to that. And now I want to talk to you guys about emotional hangovers. And last week was Thanksgiving, and I had such a great day with my family, and I saw my aunt and my uncle that I hadn't seen in almost a year, and it was so nice. And then the next 2 days I was in bed. I was exhausted and my energy just totally depleted. And, I used to have hangovers when I drank. I was younger when I quit drinking, so they weren't horrible. But I now have emotional hangovers, which feel a lot worse and may last for longer. So my energy gets drained very quickly when I'm around people who aren't refilling their energy every day like I am. So I have to work really hard on my energy and my spirit and keeping myself happy. And a lot of people are so drawn to my energy and love being around me. And honestly, I like being around me, which I didn't used to. I used to not be able to stand myself. I think that was a lot of the reason why I drank and used drugs. I hated myself, and I don't hate myself anymore. I actually love myself and I enjoy my own company, and it's really nice, and I can be in my own skin and be in my own house by myself and not be uncomfortable with that, which I used to be. So I am learning how to enjoy my own company. And the more that I do, it seems like the more that people do enjoy being around me and they love my energy. And a lot of people want to be like how I am and love my energy, but they don't want to do what I do to get it. And I work really, really hard on my energy every day. I'm in 3 12-step programs. I'm off of sugar, flour, wheat, caffeine, now dairy. So I take really good care of myself. And even with doing all of those things to help myself, keep myself well, I still have my depression. This is still a very difficult time of year for me. I know they say the holidays are supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. I don't think they are. I think if you've lost people, if, you know, you've had traumatic things happen around the holidays, this isn't a great time of year. All the commercials make it look like everybody's happy and joyous and we have money just to buy presents for everybody. And that might not be the case. And I know even for me this year, it's really, really tight with the money. I ran out of the money that I allowed myself to spend for this year. And I'm living a lot tighter than I've been. And I want to show people how much I love them by buying them gifts instead of remembering I am the gift. My presence is my present. And I think a lot of us who don't feel good about ourselves think that we need to give more, do more, and be more. And the only way to express that is through material objects, which I was a big fan of. You guys, nobody loved material objects as much as I did. And I had to have all kinds of it's funny, I have Michelle watches. And when I was working at Antoinette's, which is a day spa, it was one of the first original day spas. that ever opened in my area. And we're talking, this is over 30 years ago. So I worked at a day spa and I learned about all of these brands, Louis Vuitton and the Michelle watch and Tory Burch and Burberry. And I did a lot of people's hair who they didn't just have cars, they had airplanes. Like their life was way different than mine, but I was so drawn to that, and it made me feel like if I had these things too, then I would be okay and I would feel okay. And I got a lot of these things, and guess what? It didn't make me feel more secure or like I was okay. It made me look like that, but I didn't feel that way. It wore off really quick. And now what I value more than anything is time with people, going on trips, just being with other people. The material object thing, I'm over. I think I needed that. And I think a lot of us have to go through that. I grew up poor, and maybe to somebody else I was rich, but it felt poor to me because of who I compared myself to. But to somebody else, they might have thought that I was living the dream, and I thought somebody else was living the dream that I wasn't. So anyway, I was going through the other night. I have these Michelle watches that I'm going to sell. I don't even give a shit anymore. I don't care. I don't have to present like I'm well because I have certain material objects, but I used to, and I needed to go through that part of my life. And I think a lot of people do. And then as time goes on, hopefully you grow out of that and realize like my connection to people and to God is way more important than any material object could ever give me. And don't let me fool you. I still like nice things. I like quality. I would rather have quality over quantity, but I wear all the same things. I like to be comfortable. I need good sneakers if I'm going to walk on a hike, or I need good shoes if I'm going to dance, those kind of things. But other than that, the material things are not really that important to me anymore. So anyway, I am going to go surprise my brother for his 50th birthday. I didn't even realize he was turning 50 this year. I thought it was next year. I had no idea that my brother's only 4 years younger than me. I thought he was 5. I don't know why. But I just found out last night he's turning 50 this year. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go surprise him. He doesn't have social media. He doesn't go on social media. He'll never watch this, so he doesn't know that I'm going to come surprise him. But like that is exciting to me, to get on a plane and go see my brother. And then I'm like, God, I have to get him a gift. I have to get him something. And I really don't. I'm the gift. And remembering that and thinking that and trusting that. And then I'm going to go stay in his house for 3 days. So I feel like I need to do more, and I need to bring more. And I don't know if I can financially do it. I'm sure I'll find a way. I always do. But I love giving material gifts to express how I feel about people. It means I really like you and I really love you. However, why can't I just say I really like you and I really love you and I just want to spend time with you? So anyway, this is your signing off. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Please stay tuned, stay safe, and I will see you all next week.